Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle sports and gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
No evil shall escape my sight.
but those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern Podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Master of the Core. It is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
Although this week he of course loves the spirit of
I'm
spirit
spooky. Spooky this week.
because he couldn't wait for Rebirth. He needed more Hal Jordan. So yes, we are covering the Spectre number 1 through 8 from 2001. That's when the series started, was 2001. Which is not on DC Universe Infinite. How dare they? And I don't think they've ever collected it, right? In a trade.
Not that I know of, which is really kind of annoying. But we'll get into that.
Yes. But hey, kids, we got new Green Lantern content. Not a ton, but there is a Green Lantern story from Dark Crisis Warzone number 1. Look, I even got the variant cover. Oh, who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Is that? Oh, that might be Hal Jordan.
I, of course, love that guy on the variant cover.
Of course I do.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
The big old 90s machine gun. But yeah, there's a bunch of short stories around like the big battle that's going to take place in Dark Crisis number 7. And I don't know if a certain individual is going to play a big part, but in the background of every story, you see at least one shot at Dick Grayson, Nightwing. So I don't know.
They're kind of focusing on him a little bit during this, aren't they?
Oh yeah. Wait, even after Dark Crisis, they say in Nightwing 101, Superman comes to Nightwing and says, "Yeah, there's not going to be a Justice League for a while. So yeah, you and you reform the Titans, and you guys are going to be the number 1 team." So. Could that TV show be a little more popular than the Snyderverse? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, don't get me started on that. But yeah, I mean, it starts. I mean, you see a bunch of the Green Lanterns, but like Hal and Joe are talking, and then of course, I guess Hal goes to help. Hal goes to fights, to help with the main battle. But then the rest of the story, it's like Joe and Guy, like rallying the Green Lanterns. And where's Cal at? I don't see Cal. And he doesn't say a lot, but Kilowog's in this. I see a bunch of Kilowog in here.
I kind of thought he was still over in the dark sectors, but
I don't know. Again, playing fast and loose with continuity. Unless there's more than one of him now, but I thought he was the last of his.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this. A sector is not far or near because all sectors touch because it's a spoke, right? If Oa is the center of the universe, then every sector terminates at sector 0, Oa, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are some sectors that parts of them are dark far away, but they are not dark sectors because not all of I don't know. It's weird.
Thinking too linear. I don't know.
I know.
Maybe
we the sheer unimaginable size of a sector.
Yes.
Let's just make it easy. It's 1/3600th of infinity. Okay.
An ever expanding infinity.
Exactly. So Yeah, I don't. That's why I think we talked about, why did they feel like they had too many Green Lanterns? The 3,600, 7,200 is not enough to cover the entire freaking universe. Do you know how many billions of galaxies there are? Trillions of
Exactly.
galaxies? I mean,
In the entire, you have the entire universe to tell your stories. Don't tell me you don't have stories to tell with Green Lanterns.
exactly. Anyway, get off my lawn. Sorry, rant over.
I mean, aliens, time travel. We could do it anything. Come on.
That's right.
Well, what's up with DC, man? They love like half their characters are like the last of their like race. Like Superman, Martian Manhunter, Kilowog. Well, they seem to like to steer into that trope, huh?
Element Lad.
Oh yeah.
To take us back to our Legion days, right?
Yes, I was going to say. I was just thinking this century. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm just trying to bring up the Spectre since I can't just open the DC app. Again, I don't know if it's like they just like on the apps like they focus mostly on stuff that's already been collected in trades, which I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me because like wouldn't you want to put stuff on the app that people can't find in trades and stuff? Wouldn't that make your app look more wouldn't that make it more
Attractive?
attractive to potential subscribers?
One would think.
Oh, DC hasn't had sense in a while. All right. Oh, that's not the issue, wasn't it? All right. And if you didn't know, on the cover it tells you of issue 1, Hal Jordan is the Spectre.
Really? Who is the Spectre?
I forget. Other people are starting to remember. All right. So should we since we do have 8 issues, should we jump in?
We should probably jump in.
All right. So everyone listening to this is, boy, they must like these issues. They're jumping right in.
Actually,
they're not going to BS for another 10 minutes.
Just to preface this, back in the day when this came out, I don't think I got it because I was like,
oh, I know, I wasn't buying it.
Yeah, this is stupid. This was 20 years ago. So, but
Yeah.
anyway, this is going to be stupid. So I don't want to get it. I did not want to like it. I didn't even give it a chance back then. But after, some time now has passed, and in preparation for our interview with friend of the show.
Oh, that's right. Because yes, this is written by a good friend of the show, Mr. J.M. DeMatteis.
This is J.M. DeMatteis, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
But in prep for that episode, I read like the first 12 issues of the series.
Mm-hmm.
And this would have been when did we do that? It was like 4 or 5 months ago.
I
think it was during the summer. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah,
it was some episode of Ultimate Justice, if I remember right. But I didn't want to like it. I thought the idea was stupid. But it goes to show you that no matter what the idea is, as long as the writer is skilled enough, it can be good, because this is really good. And I think it comes down to Mr. J.M. DeMatteis and some really, really good artists that he has working with him on these issues.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Oh hey, no, but the big Green Lantern news. Hold on. I can't believe I forgot this. My Cal Rayner Funko should be here by tomorrow.
Nice. I thought we were going to get to see it because it was big news.
I know. I was hoping it should be here today so I could show you, but I guess that next episode I'll have to show you.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll take it out. Oh, maybe I'll get Lil Hellfire to send in angry emails. Maybe I'll unbox it next episode.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh my God, Will. She sent me a picture. She has like an entire wall, just like boxes of Funkos in boxes.
Wow.
Oh my God. I can't wait till she's here, and I'll be like, "Dear, you think I'm bad? You should see those hellfires."
When's she coming up? Is it next week or week after next?
No, it's the last week of the month. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I think she'll be here the day after Christmas. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And she's coming. Is she? She moved, right?
I don't know. She was talking about it, but I don't know if like she still has to fix up her house because she lives in Florida. It gets hit on a regular basis. So I know she was working on a roof, and then like one of those big storms hit. So.
Okay.
Oh no, he's gone. But I was gonna say we got a thumbs up on I guess on Facebook from Ray, but I guess he already left. So.
Oh, okay.
Better listen.
Hi, Ray.
He's already gone. You better listen to this, Ray.
Yeah.
All right. So should we jump into these?
Let's do it.
Like I said, I know the first one at least has this little synopsis. The Spectre, Volume 4, Number 1, from March 2001. All ye who enter here, like we said, writer, friend of the show, JMD Mateus, penciler Ryan Sook, inker Ryan Sook, colorist James Sinclair, letterer Bill Oakley, and editors Dan Raspler and Tony Bedard. Okay, ready for this huge synopsis?
Fire away.
The Spectre, Hal Jordan, scares a baby killer into turning herself into the police. A demon gives Spectre a tour of hell and tries to recruit him as an agent for hell. That's it. Which, again, I mean, it skips over a bunch of stuff. The issue starts with like Hal's brother, like, oh hey, Hal's
alive.
Yeah.
He's not really, but kind of.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like, he's walking around. He's dead. He's dead. He's the Walking Dead. But yeah, no, that's the whole thing with Hal holding a baby in the middle of a church.
Mm-hmm. Well, these things have some really nice covers. There's a real, with Ryan Sook, I feel like he's channeling a lot of Mike Mignola, and it's there's lots of contrast. There's lots of blacks, spotted blacks and everything. It looks great, and Ryan Sook's a great artist too.
Yeah, and I do like that look of Hal, even though he's a Spectre, he still has the domino mask.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh, and then we get the whole thing with Ab and Sir's spirit.
Yes, which is weird, very weird. So I was looking at the Green Lantern reading order on Reddit, which is just got a really great reading order of how if you're going to read every Green Lantern, not every appearance, but the kind of the important stuff. It's got basically the Spectres 1 through 27 kind of all by themselves.
Yeah.
And then JLA, the Spectre Soul War.
Yeah, I think we do have that like right before. Is it the JLA or is it there? I know there's a JSA arc.
That's right before. That's JSA.
Yeah. I was gonna say I know at least that we got the JSA right before Rebirth. So.
And we did JLA number 35 where Hal went to talk to the JLA. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that was part of the Day of Judgment. Scroll down.
Yeah. Day of Judgment.
Also written by JMD Mateus. Oh, and then we see Carol's. Well, they revealed later who she's with now.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
A husband. But so it's like, did they? I wonder. Does anything happen? I know you didn't finish reading the series, but have they met after this series? Did they mention her being married? I forget. Like once Hal's back, I forget.
Not that I know of, because this is his brother Jack in Rebirth. Another brother moves back to Coast City.
Yeah, he has two brothers. Yeah,
and I don't know that. Spoilers, we're coming up to it. The daughter of Jack and his wife, Hal becomes responsible for her. We'll get to those in a few issues. I don't know what happens to her.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna do another big chunk next episode too. So, but yeah, I mean, this issue was a good like setup issue. I mean, again, modern comics I don't think could do this. Because we get Hal and the whole baby killer thing, but then it's like you see his brother, you see Carol, you see
Abin Sur.
Ghost, yes, and then we set up kind of this new menace. Yes.
Santa, we see Santa, except wait, rearrange the letters. Okay.
No.
At least that's what she says. Anyway.
Whoa. And then kind of the end of this is, Jack coming to Carol. Hal's alive. And then, like, I think it's the next issue, like when Jack mentions when he saw Hal, and it was like in one of those Legends of the DC universe or something. I'm like, I always thought those were like untold flashback stories. I'm like, I didn't know there was like any current stuff in there, unless they use that as like a plot device where it's just like, oh, remember back in the day, and
Yeah, in the Legends of the DC universe, they do like 3 or 4 stories, and they use different Green Lanterns. But they take, let's see. Yeah, so there's Legends of the DC Universe 7 and 8. Those, I don't think those are them. But then there's 20 and 21, 28, 29, 37 and 38. And then here's a 33 and 36, which take place, I think, after weird, timeline stuff. But I
thought when Jack said something about seeing Hal, it was one of those 30-ish. It's in that span between 30 and 36, whatever. Yeah.
I think you're right. I think it's one of those. And I need to read those.
Me neither. I've never really. Yeah, I've never read that. The most of that series I haven't read. I think there was one arc I read. It was like a Flash one, and I think it was Barry Allen Flash. So that's why I just assumed they were all flashbacks, because that one was.
Wait, did you say it was a flashback?
Getting old. I didn't even see that.
I know.
I didn't even hear it. So all right, issue 1. What did you think, William? I'm sorry, the Hal Jordan fan club. What did you think of issue 1?
Like I said, I did not want to like it. I thought it was stupid to have Hal be the Spectre, but it's a really good issue. I mean, J.M. DeMatteis is a writer with a capital W. He knows what he's doing, and he does it very, very well. And he's, partnered with a really good artist in Ryan Sook. So this is this is not only a really good issue, but this series is a really good series. And I, mock my 20-year younger self for, being a doo-doo head and not picking it up.
Yeah. I mean, I read this for the first time, and I'm like, oh, I knew I liked this, because I was like, boy, I wouldn't mind having these issues, reading this in paper. When I know I want to like get the issues and read them, I'm like, it's good. Of course, it's J.M. DeMatteis. I knew I was gonna like it, but
yeah.
All right. Should we move to number 2?
You bet.
All right. All right. So the Spectre number 2 from April 2001, Redeeming the Demon, Part 1, Mistos. Same team. Oh, another long synopsis. A demon in hell frees the Spectre's spirit of the Spectre Hal Jordan's spirit of wrath, and it takes full control of the Spectre. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because no mention of it, in the beginning of this issue, the Spectre's tormenting this guy who's like, plotting his mother's death.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, this is interesting because, like, Hal's trying to find a different way for the Spectre, because he's like, the Spectre usually had no trouble. Used to be like tormenting people. He's like, no, I'm trying to find a different way.
Well, and that was, I think, something that when we spoke to J.M. DeMatteis, that he said that he was working toward building
Mhm.
There was a spirit of wrath. He wanted a spirit of redemption. And I think he said he finally got it, just a few years ago when he was writing, I can't remember which book it was. He said he got to actually, have his fully realized, spirit of redemption make an appearance and, be part of the story. So, it's interesting because, and you have to remember too that this Spectre series follows on the heels of, in my mind, a really, really well done Spectre series by John Ostrander and Tom Mandrake,
Yeah.
which was just great. I think they moved on to do Martian Manhunter after that, but this series is still taking place, after all those events and everything. So there's that connective tissue between, Jim Corrigan finally giving up the ghost, and Hal becoming, the Spectre.
Oh yeah.
So it's a real contrast between those two series because it was the Spectre being the Spectre a lot of that series, but then I feel like they were slowly trying to redeem Corrigan enough so that he could earn his eternal reward. So there's been there is that subtle theme of redemption between both of these series that are completely different art teams, completely different writers, but it's really interesting.
Oh yeah, and at least J.M. DeMatteis got to do something different because it wasn't your same old Spectre.
Yep.
But no, in issue 2, yes, this is where we meet Carol's husband, Gil Johns.
Yes, Gil, and I don't know that we see him again.
Well, I found a link. It said 4 appearances. His first appearance was Legends of the DC Universe 33.
Okay.
And then his other appearances are Spectre 1, Spectre 2, and Spectre 21.
Okay, I haven't got that far yet.
So me neither. So I'm wondering maybe he doesn't make it past Spectre 21. So
yeah.
But I was like, Gil Johns, is that like is that an homage to anybody or 2 people maybe?
It could have. I mean, it was Gil Kane, obviously, and
is it John Broome?
Yes. So maybe that's where. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know.
So yeah, while Jack is still trying to convince Carol, oh look who shows up! It's Zoriel.
Yeah.
And then and then flash to Gotham City. Oh, Ray was listening. He's not now. Flash to Gotham City.
Batman.
Exactly.
Oh my God, there was somebody watching and they just clicked out. Watching me, Ray.
Nice.
But then no, Superman shows up and it's like it's about Hal. This can't wait. It can't wait. No, it can't. It's about Hal. Hal's dead. Superman. I don't think so. But yeah, once again, yeah, that's just the spec that the spirit of vengeance gets unleashed and takes full control of the Spectre. So
yeah, I'm trying to look up his brothers. It looks like I'm having a hard time. So we've got Jack here. Is there a Martin? Doesn't he have a brother that's Martin?
Or is that the dad?
That might be the dad.
Come on, number one Hal Jordan fanboy. Come on.
I know. Okay, it looks like he has an older brother, Jack, and a younger brother, Jim.
Okay, that sounds right. Yeah, because I think it's both start with a J. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think the dad is Martin. Yeah.
but I don't know that we get. It's been so while. It's been so long since I read those that I'll have to. One, we'll have to see what happens at the end of the Spectre series,
Exactly.
and because with magic, who knows? And yeah, I guess we shall have to wait and see.
All right, you want to get to number 3 with our special guests on the cover?
Who? Superman and
Oh yeah, Superman and some unknown character who premiered in 1939.
Batman, my favorite character.
Who DC never uses.
exactly. It's a shame he doesn't have any books.
Exactly. All right, the Spectre number 3, May 2001, Redeeming the Demon, Part 2, The Golden Age. The Spectre begins punishing people on Earth and then is trapped by Mistos. Superman and Batman go in search of the Spectre. Ta-da.
And they find him.
No. So yeah, the Spectre is basically, yes, going out on rampages, punishing people, and oh, is this the issue where yeah, in the Batcave where Superman and Batman are talking, and Superman basically saying, thanks to his Kryptonian meditation technique, he realizes he has 2 sets of memories when it comes to the Spectre.
Yeah.
And one it's just some guy, and the other one it's Hal Jordan.
Just some guy.
And I love he just tells Bat-God, he's just like, focus your will.
Remember.
Yeah, that's like, I remember. That's just so funny. I mean, I get Superman to remember, but Batman it's just like, focus. People wonder why people get annoyed by Bat-God.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, he did the same thing Superman can do. Probably quicker.
Well, there's a lot of really metaphysical type stuff that goes on, and I really think he digs into a lot of philosophy here too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with the Spectre, you kind of have to. And 2, especially like if you're doing a Hal Jordan thing and you're trying to redeem, like, I think,
Yeah.
I don't know if the plan's already in motion to bring him back as Green Lantern, but I think the plan was to kind of redeem him.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I don't know how far DC was working ahead at that point, but I don't think at this point that they knew that they were going to bring him back. I mean, because if this would have been, not that it wasn't a good seller, but if it would have been a runaway, hit that was selling #1, then Hal would still be the Spectre, right?
Yes.
So I don't think that at this point they had a plan for him, and I don't know, I don't know that when we talked to JM that we ever talked about the end of this series, because it seems like it kind of came to a natural end, or it was. I think it was canceled before they had plans potentially for Hal. Do you remember talking about that? I don't know if I remember talking about that or not.
I don't remember, but you know what? Let me look at what's the last issue, Spectre 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what the date on that is. Or do you think maybe was the reception for Hal so good that they were just like, oh, well, we should bring him back as Green Lantern? I mean, I think Jeff Johns wanted to bring back all those classic guys, but do you think they're just like, oh, maybe the reception for this book was so good, they're like, oh yeah, we need to bring him back?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Oh no, I can't find the synopsis. Tell you what I'll do. Just gonna cheat here. Go to 20. Open up 27. probably on the cover. Here we go. Oh, wait. Oh no, that's this app's messing with me. All right. This website. Okay. Number 27 was May of 2003.
Yeah, which would have been what, about a year and a half before Rebirth was launched.
Maybe, yeah, because that was 2004. Yeah.
It was late 2004, I think, like November.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it just kind of came to its natural end, or editorial said bring it to a natural end because we're canceling it.
Maybe. Ooh, nice. Number 27. I took a gander. Art by Norm Brayfogle.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. See, I mean, at least they were putting some good artists on this thing. All right. Any other thoughts on 3, or do you want me to get to 4?
Let's go ahead and jump to 4.
Yeah. Okay, we can breeze through these and then discuss them as a whole. All right, Spectre number 4, June 2001. Oh God, no title. Did you notice what title number 4 was?
What, Rebirth?
Rebirth. Yes. Together, the Spectre, Hal Jordan, Zoriel, Batman, and Superman defeat the demon Mistos. Then Spectre goes to. Oh wait, no, that can't be right. It says the Spectre goes to see his wife, Carol Ferris. No, not his wife.
Nope.
He goes to see someone else's wife, Carol Ferris. So yes, we all defeat Mistos together. After the spirit of vengeance infects or takes over Zoriel.
Yeah.
And I love when they was it Mistos traps Batman and Superman in those little bubbles. Amniotic universes. Who's the first one to break out? Of course,
Batman. My favorite character.
I did like the little symbol they used for the letter column. It's Kyle's lantern, his symbol, but it's got a little like dead Scully face on top of it.
Yeah,
which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, because the title on the letter column is Ghost Office.
Uh-huh.
So basically, yes, at the end, I was gonna say it says they defeat Mistos, but it's Hal, isn't it? I mean, well, the others help, but.
But ultimately, it's Hal because Zariel gives him a chance by taking on the vengeance part of the spirit of vengeance.
But then, of course, we get the old, Batman. Oh, he's going to be up to his old tricks, and Superman's like, no, I think he's on the right track. And Hal's like, he's like, you know what? Maybe Batman's right. He's like, but at least that, if I do go bad, you guys are watching me.
And then he goes and talks to Zariel, and after he's done talking to Zariel, he gets to go see somebody else that's married. Who's that? Who could that be? I wonder.
Oh yeah, Carol. Yep. Hello, Carol. Yes, that's how that one ends.
And it seems to me like the first, I guess the first 6 issues are kind of an arc.
Well, it's like 2 and 3. It said was part 1 and a part 2. I think.
But I feel like we get kind of a continuing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's a continuing story for all 27, but I think it's like the first 6, maybe the first 8, because we have some really plot-driven things happening.
Yeah.
And then we kind of start going off into like single-issue stories that get wild and kind of crazy and beautiful and strange. It's
Maybe I wonder if they gave him like 6 to 8 issues, and then there was just like
Mhm.
they were like, let's see how that goes, and if it goes well, sales wise too, it's just like
Mhm.
we'll let you keep going, and I'm sure it did.
I don't know. It's interesting, but we get we can't have an issue of anything without something to do with Batman in it
Oh yes,
because
because next issue 5, Two-Face.
exactly.
What are you saying, Will? By issue 5, was it too much Batman?
I don't know. I guess we'll just have to face the music.
All right, should we talk about issue 5?
Yep.
All right. Spectre number 5. Oh God. The title 2. Boy, that's on the nose. Yes, JMD Mateus still writing. Penciler Craig Hamilton with inker Jim Royal. I believe everyone else is the same. Oh my lord. This might actually almost be a whole paragraph almost. The Spectre, Hal Jordan, talks with Carol Ferris. Then he visits Two-Face and takes away his evil half. After a trial period of separation, Spectre realizes that Harvey Dent must retain his evil self, and he returns it to Harvey.
Yep. And he talks to Carol.
Yes. And again, we're not going to cure any Batman rogues. Come on.
Exactly. And we actually get to see Helen. I could not remember her name.
Oh, yeah.
His niece. The son of Jack and
Daughter.
I cannot remember Jack's wife's name. But yeah, she appears at the end of number 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but it's an interesting, kind of rumination on, the Two-Face.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It just says Craig Hamilton's like a guest penciler, which they probably just needed a fill-in artist. But like, I don't know if this is on purpose, intentional or not. But it almost, I mean, this artist seems more like a Batman, like a Batman artist almost. If you look at this art, so again, I don't know if that's coincidence or not, just because it's a Two-Face story. Oh, but what do you think about that whole thing where it's like, Abinsur's ghost is hanging around because, Abinsur like went that, well, part of his spirit's hanging around because like Abinsur went to hell after it gave Hal the ring.
Yeah, because of he condemned. Yeah,
What was gonna happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what exactly happens with the ghost of Abinsur
Guess we'll
at
find
the end
out.
of the series. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna find out, but I shockingly, I'm sure to you and everybody is that I really liked some of the added stuff that Jeff Johns gave to Abinsur.
Yeah.
After post rebirth because of one secret origin, why the first time he was on Earth, and that friendship between Abinsur and Sinestro. I mean, Sinestro married his sister, so and Abinsur being a bit of a renegade in that he was preparing for the Blackest Night and all those things. There's a lot of really good things that I think Johns did with a character who's dead at this point, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know really kind of what happens with his ghost. I mean, I would assume that as the series winds down, a writer like JMD Mateus is not going to leave that hanging.
No. He's either going to get his redemption, get to go to heaven, maybe, or I wouldn't put it past JMD Mateus to be like, "Oh no, that ain't happened, sir. You just been talking to yourself this whole time."
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You just conjured up the image of a lantern you knew you weren't going to run into.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh,
Jan is his wife. They like Jays, don't they?
Mhm.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Jack and Jan, and they named their daughter Helen.
I'm trying to remember, what was the Hal's mother's name? Was it Helen?
I don't think it was Helen. I'd have to look it up.
I was gonna say, I was trying to remember from when we did like Emerald Dawn. Scroll down, kids. 98.
That's a ways back.
Yeah, scroll down like 98 weeks, kids. Or go to our YouTube channel and just look at the playlist.
That would work. That would work too. Jack, Martin, and Jessica.
Oh, the mother, Jessica?
Yeah, the mother was Jessica. This is Jan. Martin and Jessica Jordan are the parents. Jack and Jan are the parents of Helen, who is Hal's niece. There we go.
And two of the three boys were started with the letter J.
And the most important one didn't.
Oh, nice. That's all right. My wife has 3 sisters. All their names start with J except for her.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. It's the exception, right?
Yes. All right. But yeah, at the end of 5, that's when Hal goes to visit Helen. Hello, I'm your Uncle Hal. All right. Let's jump to 6 here. Yeah, because that Two-Face was just a one-parter, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, I love this cover for 6 where the Spectre's holding the Green Lantern.
Yeah, that's a nice cover.
You kind of see Hal, Green Lantern Hal in there. All right, the Spectre number 6, August 2001, The Redeemer Part 1, The Nature of the Beast, and Ryan Sook is back. I don't even have a synopsis for this one.
Hal chats with his brother, his niece, and his sister-in-law, and
I know the sister-in-law freaks out. She's like, "No, fuck your brother."
He creates a place of solitude, weird kind of
his own fortress of solitude. Yeah,
symbolic kind of weird thing, and then it gets attacked by let's see, Stigmonus.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we meet Stigmonus. Yeah,
and Stigmonus is the one that kills his parents. Kills his brother and.
Yeah. Causes the wreck. Yeah.
And then
I love Jack's wife comes down and passes out. She sees Hal.
And wait, no, they don't die. He attacks them on the last page. He shows up to Helen on the last page. Stigmonus does, and then they die, I think, in the next issue.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because he comes to Hal. Once again, just like another demonic entity, basically trying to tempt Hal. He's and
then the artist that we get in number 7 is Manuel Garcia, who I think did some Avengers, maybe during the Kurt Busiek run. I think he was a fill-in artist or did several issues.
let me see. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the work looks familiar. That's possible. But what did you think about,
those like higher beings shown how like the alternate the other worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this gets really, really trippy at times. It really does.
I like Jack's wife yelling at him, "A dead man walked into our house, and you just accept it."
Well, yeah, it's my brother.
Well, yeah, it's like it's my brother. I hope he's alive. But then Stigmonus has Helen. But then he kind of he puts Ab and Sir in a jar.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm trying to remember. I think he stays there.
And then Stigmonus basically
they basically get in a fist fight. What do you think about that? Where he's just like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "When things go back or the way they were, when you were
a super fascist."
because of Muscle Bound Oaf, who solves every problem with a fist.
But he does say that Helen can, Helen is a soul that's going to either, lead to, the redemption of humanity or the damnation of humanity kind of thing.
Yeah,
which I thought was.
And he shows them like all these like timelines where it's like, oh yeah, no matter what, it's like it seems like she comes, she dies or
Mm-hmm.
early, by the time maybe she's like 30 or something.
Yep, it's and then and then at the end of this issue, Jack and Jan, the parents of Helen, die in a big old car wreck that Mr. M. Stigmonus looks like he caused. So.
Well, yeah, he like stands in the road and makes them think, oh no, we're gonna hit somebody, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's. What time is it? All right, let's get to number 7.
That was number 7.
Oh no, that was 6.
Oh, I was on 7. At the end of 7 is when the accident happens.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that 7? Oh, maybe I was on 7. Okay. All right. Let's get to 8 then.
With Ryan Sook back
Yeah.
as penciler.
Again, it's hard. Is it one? I'm trying to scroll through here, but it's hard for me to remember because I read all this in one chunk.
Yeah, I know, and that's something that reading it all in one chunk is good. But I'd like to go back and read it so that I can say, oh, okay, this cover. I know what happens in this issue. This cover, I know what happens in this issue, and I haven't got to that point yet. So.
I mean, it's so good. I mean, if I had the time, I would have read the whole 27 in one chunk.
Yeah. This would make for a good omnibus, I would think.
Oh, yeah. 27 issues? Yeah, you can easily make that an omnibus. Hell, I mean, omnibuses are bigger than 27 issues, right? I mean, you could put probably Day of Judgment stuff in here or, Soul War or whatever.
Yeah.
You probably basically put his whole time as the Spectre in one omnibus, yeah.
Actually, yeah, I think you could.
Hal Jordan, the Spectre.
Now, I know it's going to be a while before we get there, but we will get there eventually. Grant Morrison's time, Hal kind of sort of dies for a little bit, but then kind of doesn't. But he's kind of the Spectre for an issue, which is kind of weird and interesting.
Oh, yeah.
It's Grant Morrison, so it's typically weird and interesting, but
yeah.
That is the way that they write. Yes, it is.
I can't wait to reread that either. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. I think I only read those like once when they first came out. So yeah, Hal takes Helen home, but then he's like, wait a minute, they're not here. But then takes him to the hospital and figures out, it was Stigmonus. So he takes Helen back to his little castle, Fortress of Solitude thing. But yeah, the house swears like, I swear I'm gonna get the animal that did this to you. Yeah, we get a lot of Helen talking to Ab and Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's right. Yeah, because it's not Ab and Sir the whole time because it's Stigmonus appearing as Ab and Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Because Hal's like, get away from her. But yeah, he's mad at Stigmonus. He's like, I'm not a messiah anymore. I decided that my predecessor had the right idea. Vengeance. Kind of morphs into that thing, yeah. It's not my intention to frighten you, it's my intention to kill you.
Well, there's in the letter page on number 8, they're answering some letters and goes, you asked for a tighter direction. I think that if you go back and read the first several issues in one sitting, you'll find that the book has been moving forward the entire time. The book moves at such a different pace than other comics, it's easy to get caught up in the small personal moments and not see the larger issues that are being set up, which I think is a really good explanation of the way a lot of this is functioning,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I kind of saw this coming, but I did like it where how locks Stigmonus in his own little bubble there, where it's just like he thinks he won, but it's
Yeah.
he's basically just trapped. And again, it's just like because he couldn't kill him because Stigmonus is like you have to kill every human on Earth because
Yeah.
So, but Hal's like if the world gets better, he'll get better.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess basically Hal's gonna have to take care of Helen. Ab and Sir still stuck in a bottle, which somebody picks up.
Mm-hmm.
Which I haven't read ahead yet, so I don't know who that is.
I don't remember.
Oh, nice. But yeah, basically ends with almost looks like Spectre takes Helen to visit her parents in heaven.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Into the afterlife.
Oh, next issue, the story behind the ghost of Ab and Sir is finally revealed.
Yeah. So we'll get to talk about that. When do we get to talk about that, Phil?
I believe that's next week. Here, yeah, let me open this schedule. But yes, I believe that's next episode.
We're doing 9 through 16.
Might be 17. Let me open
17.
Let me open this up because I mean we are recording early, kids. But technically, this when you hear this on the podcast, it will be the last episode of the year. So
Happy New Year from back in December.
Yes, hopefully nothing horrible happened. Hopefully everyone had a good. Well, hopefully everyone will have a good holiday. Well, had a good holiday, and hopefully have a good New Year. Because this should drop a few days before the New Year's. Yes, next week for episode 99, we'll be doing the Spectre 9 through 17. So.
Oh, and we need to probably finalize our issues for the
Yes.
momentous divisible by 10 and 5 and 100 and 20 and 50.
getting the triple digits. I mean, it's going to be the first appearance of those characters, right? So we're just going to tackle those in chronological order.
That sounds good to me. Yeah.
That's what I figured. It's probably easiest.
Mm-hmm.
So who did we have? I mean, we had it the 6.
So we had. Let me see. Let me grab my notebook here.
Here.
I think we were doing Kat Matui.
Let me see. Yeah, of course, Kat Matui. John
Sinestro.
Sinestro. John Stewart, right?
Yep, John Stewart, who is in number 88, 86.
Oh, I'll look all these up.
I think it's in our private chat. So
yeah, I think Guy Gardner.
Yep, number 59.
Kilowog.
Number 201.
And Salak, did you say?
I think so. He's like 170, 180 something. No.
Yeah, like I said, I'll look them all up. But yeah, I mean that's the 6. So
Yep. Very cool. Very cool.
because yeah, I just checked the pool while we were talking. Yeah, that's still the winning. Not that I don't think we got any more votes, but yes, the first appearances. Oh, and also before. Oh, okay. I still have to add Cosmic Odyssey to our schedule, but you know what I did schedule, William? Yes, it'll hit the podcast the last episode of March. We're going to be doing a crossover with my new show with Justin, Marvel Tales, over on the Capes and Lunatics feed. JLA Avengers, the crossover. So part 1 will be over there. We'll do 1 and 2, and then back here for 3 and 4 the next day. So
cool.
So that'll be in March. Let me see. Well, if we squeeze in Cosmic Odyssey, that might be March. That might be March too. Like I said, I'll just add it to maybe 2 weeks before, because there's only 2 issues that week. Oh no, okay, yes, I do have Soul War on here.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Because we'll wrap up the Spectre run on episode 107, and then the next episode will be JLA Spectre Soul War. So
cool.
Yes. Yeah, because we did. Yeah, so yeah, we did 9 through 17 next week. And then in February, we'll do the Spectre 18 through 23. And then in March, the first episode of March, yeah, we'll wrap up with Spectre 24 through 27. So
sweet.
Yep. And then the Soul War the week after. And then, like I said, yeah, we do that JSA art, 3-issue arc the week before Rebirth. So lots of good stuff coming, kids.
Lots of good stuff.
Amen. All right. All right. So anything else, William?
I can't think of anything. I found where I sent you the first appearances of all of those characters, and I'm getting ready to send it to you again.
Very good.
And haha, done. All right.
Aha. Oh wait, someone sent me a message. Oh, here we go.
As if by magic, it magically appears, right?
Oh, yeah. I almost thought they were in order at first. All right. No, okay. Yeah, no, that works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, all 6. All right. So yeah, in 2 weeks, kids. Yeah, we'll tackle that in episode 100. The first appearances of those Green Lanterns.
Sinestro, Katmatui, Guy Gardner, John Stewart, Kilowog, and Salak.
Yep, and we'll tackle them in chronological order. So.
Mm-hmm. I did not send them to you in chronological order.
I know, but
bad person.
6. I think I can handle putting it in chronological order. All right. So yeah. Hopefully everyone had a good holiday, and hopefully the new year will treat you well. And like I said, next week we'll be back with the Spectre 9 through 17. And then yes, in 2 weeks we'll do our big 100th episode with the first appearances of those 6 lanterns. So.
And then we will continue moving through the final issues of Green Lantern Volume 3.
Yes, 101. Yes, we'll pick back up with Kyle Rayner. So yes. And like I said, hopefully by next episode, I should have my Kyle Rayner Funko.
Yeah, you're going to get yours before me. I know. Rub it in.
That's what I said. I was ready to do through Target, then I saw it on Amazon. And all right, so send us your thoughts on, yes, especially for the 100th episode. Send us your thoughts, on any or all of those lanterns. Just send us any random Green Lantern thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, on Twitter. You can find the Capes and Lunatics on Instagram and Hive. and CapesandLunatics Sidekicks. Find links to all the various social medias for all the shows, including new things like Salty and Petty with me and Lilith. Like I said, Marvel Tales is coming in January with me and Justin, and that's where you'll be able to catch the first part of that crossover in March, the Justice League Avengers crossover.
I still say we should do it like it was published.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll do 2 there. We'll do 2 here. We'll push
1 and 3 and 2 and 4.
Oh, that'd be funny if I just kept finding excuses to say, "Hey, let's do some of the Justice League issues." Just keep pushing Rebirth. All right. So find links to all the various social medias for all the shows we do. Link to the YouTube channel. Everything we do gets a video there. So smash that subscribe button. So if you're a visual person and want to see what's going on behind your favorite podcast, yes, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any of them.
Smash it.
And of course, the Patreon. Once again, this is our labor of love. We're paying for this on our own, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester Chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And superhero movie brackets are over, but you can listen to the whole damn thing now. If you subscribe, there's other stuff up there. And again, 2023, we might be bringing back some of the older shows that we haven't done in a while. Patrons, you get to vote if you get to suggest things. So tell us what to do. Subscribe now. And of course, while you're doing that, drink something out of some Capes and Lunatics cups or get yourself a t-shirt. All the merchandise. You can find everything I just mentioned at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right, Mr. William Allred, master of the core, master of the quantum zone, master of Kickstarter, master of podcasting. Where can people get a hold of you in your looks like the Book of O behind you? Where can people get a hold of you?
You can find me at Walred at Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and Hive and probably Instagram and several other places that I don't even remember the names of at this point. So you can find me there. If you want to find out more about the comics that I write, you can check out Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com. And you can check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And Phil is not the only person that I annoy on a weekly basis as with podcasting. I also co-host a show called Explain Yourself with writer Kevin Joseph, where we talk to Kickstarter creators or basically crowdfunding comics creators and talk about their live projects and have a lot of fun doing it. Comic creators are pretty awesome people. And finally, you obviously have great taste because you're listening and or watching this, so that means you probably love Quasar too. And if you do, you can find out all kinds of cool stuff about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
Last time.
The
Seems like we get
Contemplator.
a package every other day.
I hope it's going somewhere nice. Hey, boys, you look at the party. I love the party.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again. Again, Spectre 9 through 17 next week, and then in 2 weeks, be ready. We're going to be doing the big 100th episode. Talking about some of the all-time legends. And Guy Gardner. No, he's not too bad anymore.
He's once
got some therapy.
He was getting better before Rebirth, but then after Rebirth.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, kids, come back next time. And remember, it's Christmas time. Go visit your relatives, dead, alive, doesn't matter. Go visit them. Good night.
That's right.